Oh, righty there. Hope everybody's doing well. If you're trying to talk on Facebook, YouTube, don't even try. I'm not even going to focus on that right now. What I am going to do is, let's see here. Alright, I'm playing around with some settings and trying to get everything adjusted. This is basically a test stream to see how it will really do live. Now, I'm on my building platform right here, and don't even ask me what this is going to be yet, because I don't know. I really don't. uh, I like to mess around and play around with shapes and get designs in my head, put them on paper, and then take that paper and try to replicate it in Second Life. It doesn't always work that way, and well, it is what it is. But it helps me relax, and that's all that matters. Now, if you're wanting to, okay, go over here. Okay, what I was getting ready to say is, if you're wanting to come in, shoot the shit, be a part of the live stream, and you're a Second Life citizen, log on in, hit me up with an I am, and I'll send you a TV. For those of y'all that are not in Second Life or not familiar with Second Life, TP means teleport. Because I know a lot of you all listen to the radio show that are not familiar with the whole Second Life community and what we're really all about. And I've tried to explain it to some of y'all before, and well, we're just not going to go down that road. But anyway, for those of y'all that are part of the Second Life community and you want to go on down and have some fun while I'm live, then hit me up with an I am, and I'll be more than willing to entertain you for a little bit. Who knows where the chats might take us? Now, how's the week been going for you all? Good, I hope. Mine's been kind of overall good, but a lot of strange things have been going on. Now, just because I say strange does not necessarily mean bad. It just means strange. Sometimes strange things can be a good thing. It can spice up your life and put a little smile on your face. But, just don't get hung up on appearances, because not everything is what it seems. You've heard the old saying, "Don't judge a book by its cover." Well, it's true. You can't really judge a book by its cover, but you can get a good outline by it. It's only when you start reading the introductory and then chapter one will you really find out what the characters are all about, what type of setting everything's taking place in. So that brings me to an interesting question I want to pose to each and every one of y'all. What is your Second Life story? You're in the middle of writing it every day you log in. You're in the middle of writing it every time you go out and you buy something off a marketplace or go to somebody's shop or whatnot. We'll even go as far as to, everything you do in Second Life is a part of your story, whether you realize it or not. And we all have a story to tell. In some cases, we have multiple stories. Oh, if that went over top of your head, then, well, it can be a long and bumpy ride. But if you have any idea what I'm referring to, then, yeah, you're on top of your game. That's for sure. Now, the word game. Let's talk about that for a moment, shall we? Excuse me. A lot of people will say Second Life isn't a game. And they're right too in the point of it like this. Second Life isn't a game in the sense of there's no high score. But then again, you can argue in a matter of speaking, there is a high score. It is what you determine it will be. I've talked about this before, and I'm going to go ahead and talk about it again. Because I know a lot of y'all been asking me the same questions over and over again. So that's the reason why I address the same topics. Because sometimes y'all don't seem to grasp it. You know who I'm talking about. But anyway, I digress. Let me go ahead and turn these little notifications off. Alright. Now you'll see if I'm going to an available. That doesn't mean that if you don't want to teleport that I can't send it to you. Just give me a second or two and we're all good. For those of y'all that might be catching this on a later date, welcome to Jat's World's YouTube channel. Here's where I'll do all kinds of crazy crap. Sometimes I'll go live like I am right now, but not very often. I'm experimenting with a few different things right now, so what better way to test some things out than to go live and maybe be like an idiot. If you like the content that I produced, hit that little thumbs up button, maybe subscribe if you haven't already, and most of all, share it if you get any value out of this. I try to entertain. I also try to help people when I can. Now, what I do on the radio side, I also create radio content, as in radio plays and exploring videos on YouTube from time to time, and a live commentary. I will call it a commentary show throughout the week on the radio side. The reason why I say it's a commentary show is because, well, if I know you well enough, I'll put you live on air, if you're comfortable with that. But most of the time, it's just going to be me talking about whatever's going on at that given time. It could be something real life related to the news or whatnot, or something in here in Second Life. I try not to bring too much reality into the Jat's world because, well, we come here to get away from reality, don't we? And that's another little thing here. How can you not call it a game to a certain degree when you're dealing with fantasy and reality? I mean, when you all were growing up, for those of y'all that are part of my generation and maybe a little bit older or just a tad bit younger, remember when growing up, when you were in your mom and dad's house and you bring your friends over and you break out the D&D? Oh, man. Those were some fun times. You would actually develop characters and go on campaigns. Okay? Second Life is very much similar to that, in my opinion. You're creating a character, like, for instance, Jack here. Jack's a character. Now, that does not mean that I will not allow a select few to really get to know me down to my core. I'm not saying that, because I will. But when I do that, consider yourselves very lucky and fortunate and honored that I think that much of you. Alright, now I don't want to sound like I'm all this in a bag of chips. I'm just your average man. Let's have a good time and we'll have it wherever it comes around and in whatever form it might take at times. Now I'm also a writer too. I've written a few things here and there. Like I said, I produce a radio show as well. Now, getting back on track to the topic of the day. Today's topic is, what is your Second Life story? I would love to hear it. I really would. Now, when this video comes to an end, make sure you feel free to leave comments if you can. I think I got that option enabled. Or drop the station email at jetbenson.com with all your interesting questions and whatnot. Oh, look, we have an IM. Hmm. Well, I don't even know this person, but alrighty there. We'll just. Yes, yes, I'm the Get Jacked that's on live on YouTube right now. Oh, this is going to be really interesting. Oh, may I help you with something? Oh, it takes a community to really build a world, now doesn't it? And you will definitely get some strange IMs throughout the day. Oh yeah. I'll go ahead and answer an IM as well. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah. Your second life story. What is it? What will it be? And exactly where's it gotten you from so far? What the hell? Hold on a minute here. All right, let me send you a TV. You want to come over and be part of the show? More than welcome to. This should be interesting. I sent you a TV, my dear, so all you gotta do is accept it. Ah, welcome to the show, my dear. How you doing?
Hello.
How you
Let me
doing?
just mute the stream.
All right. How's it going?
It's going good. I'm making skins for my alt. I was making some male skins, and I'm gonna make an Elon Musk skin.
Well, that's cool. You been doing that very long?
2 years making skins. It's kind of difficult, cause you gotta get like the UV map and texture it, and then make sure that it's lined correctly and stuff.
Right. Well, how long you been doing that for in the Second Life?
Probably 4 years in Second Life making makeup mostly. That's what sells.
Ah, yeah. Well, you do have to go with what sells. Are you very good at that?
Yeah, I am. Like, you can check my marketplace and see how well I am, at doing my makeup.
Well,
I think
you're
I'm wearing my skin right now.
well,
I'm
you're
wearing
you're live
my
on
own
the show
skin.
right now. So go ahead and
Oh,
introduce yourself.
hi, YouTube.
Tell everybody a little bit about yourself, but keep it PG, you know.
Well, I have a YouTube channel, called Alma Pendragon, and I also make content, too. I make YouTube tutorials, about, how to get free lindens in Second Life, because it's very difficult if you don't have your PayPal or credit card linked up to Second Life.
Right.
I was gonna make a powder pack video, but then I forgot because I was busy doing other stuff, and now it's been a year, and now the powder pack's only for Luluka Evolution X,
Wow.
which sucks because I use Cairo HD Pro.
How long you had your YouTube channel?
Like a year. I've been doing it for a year.
You enjoy it?
It's fun. I'm gonna make a new video about the bloodlines, but then I'm trying to get into a bloodlines family, so I can film it and stuff.
Oh, so you want to be what a vampire or a werewolf for liking?
Oh, it's you can be an angel. I want to be an angel.
Oh,
I'm an
you
angel
want?
apparition.
Oh, you're one of those that
Yeah,
like to participate in the angels and demons side of it all.
yeah, you can do that too. But it'd probably be a blood angel or something like that. You gotta play the hybrid HUD, but then it's kind of expensive bloodlines because if you really want to play it, you gotta put $40 into it.
Yeah, I used to be a king of my own vampire clan back in the
Oh, that's
day.
cool.
Yeah, I'm still
Yeah,
in a
it's kind of
clan.
like Amway for vampires because you have to get all the numbers and like you have to bite people and then you have to be like, oh no, you can't do that here. Or like, I'm a noob, I don't know what I'm doing. Don't bite me.
Well, it just depends on how much you really want to get involved in it. How do you want to be? Quite honestly.
Yeah.
Well, let's see here. So you create skins and makeup, and what else do you like to do in Second Life?
Oh, well, I guess explore. Like, I just like creating things. Like, I also make mesh stuff. Like, but I'm not really great at making mesh. Like, the mesh thing I made was a table, like an avocado table. You want a copy?
Maybe after the show, my dear.
Alright, I'll give you a copy. Let me look for it.
Well, not right now, but after the show. We'll take a look at your products after the show, and we can
Okay.
go from there. Um, so what else? You do what tutorials on your YouTube channel?
Yeah, like I did like a tutorial about like getting a job in Second Life, like DJ jobs, escorting jobs, like hostess jobs, those things. Like, there's not much there. It's just entertainment, like in Second Life, if you want to get a job or be a CSR.
Right. Well, I used to DJ quite often in Second Life as well. I got burned out of the club scene, though, quite honestly. That kind of gets
Yeah,
kind of
clubs are
old.
very expensive to run.
Yeah, they are. Well, if you want to come on inside the studio and have a seat, you're more than welcome to.
Okay.
Just follow me. I also do a little talk show videos every now and then, table talk, stuff like that. Have your seat down at the table. So, what would you like to talk about since you are so eager to hop
What
on
about
here?
like your journey in Second Life? Like, what about your journey? Because I've listened to your podcasts like on the radio show.
Oh, really?
I binged it when I was like working on some stuff for Second Life because like I just like Google like Second Life stuff and I found your channel on YouTube and stuff.
Well, glad to have you. You like the content that I produce? Tell me what you
Yeah, I
really
like
think
the
about it.
content, but you could like put like a thumbnail video, like a thumbnail on your videos to like get more video traffic, or because you don't have many views like on your Second Life channel.
Well, it's a small channel, dear.
Yeah, my channel's small too. Like I only have like 89 subscribers. Like I'm not big like the people who have like thousands of subscribers for like their YouTube channel.
Well, it just depends on what kind of content you really want to produce. I've noticed that some of the bigger channels are mostly doing shopping videos and tutorials on how to work your inventory and so forth and so on.
Yeah, and avatar creation and stuff, or
Yeah,
like mesh
that's
kit reviews.
that's really
I
not
mean,
my
that's
thing.
what Strawberry Linden did. Like before she was a Linden, like she made tutorials on like what mesh
Right.
heads are out and stuff like that. And I would like to like take up her mantle and do what she did before, you know, because that was very helpful when I was first started out, like a long time ago.
How long you been in Second Life?
Like it's not my first account. Like it's probably been like over 10 years. Like when I started playing, I was like a little kid back then, but now I'm an adult. I saw like back in the day, like it was like a documentary like on the TV, and there was
uh,
like talk about Second Life. I was like, what is this game? Like you can like make things and buy things. It's pretty cool. But then like when you're a kid, you're like, oh, it's lame. Everything costs money. Everything's not free.
well, you can go out and get the freebie stuff, but it's
Yeah, but
not.
they all suck. There's just Freebie Galaxy and Free Dub that's okay.
Oh, Freebie Galaxy's been around for years.
Yeah, it's been around for years. But there's another one like Freebie Dungeon, but like there's another one, but it's gone now. They had really good freebies when I first started out.
Freebie Dungeon. Wow, now that's an interesting concept. A dungeon that's free.
Yeah, they had like clothing and stuff and like everything, like all the free stuff. Because like, you're a newbie, you just want to make your avatar look good because people are so mean. But it was before Mesh time. Like Mesh was a thing. It was just prims and everything.
Right, you mean system? Yo,
Yeah, primitive. It's like the one that you were building with.
right. Well, like I said, Second Life has evolved throughout the years, and you just got to find your own style and what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Don't necessarily try to copy other people. Be more. I know you say you want to be like Strawberry Linden. Well, you can be like her, but don't necessarily copy her style.
Yeah, I know. I don't like her style. Like, I mean, like, I mean, I don't, well, not like that, but like I have a totally different style.
Okay, well,
Cause
how would
like
you?
her character is like more like kind of like Indian kind of based, and
Uh,
my style's like more Westerner. But like it's like when you make a skin there's like different like ways that you make a skin. Like I just use like morphs and like the take the face detail from like pictures and like
uh-huh.
photographs and like edit the face. Like it takes a while, but it works.
Well, anything that's good is going to take a while to master. I mean, it sounds like you've been doing this quite a while.
Yeah, I have. Like I have like a skin line and it's like Moonshell. And it's like okay, but I'm working on version free like version free of like the skin top body skins.
Uh huh.
Last year I lost all my files because my computer crashed and like it black screened because it was like Windows update and it froze and then I lost everything and then I
Damn.
had to remake all my skins over again. But
Oh, that sucks.
I had like the textures already uploaded in Second Life, so I could like work off of that like from the start, so not all from scratch.
I don't want to. I'm not going to. How can I put this? All right. You sound very young. You really do.
Yeah, I'm only 26.
Wow, you are young.
Yeah, I'm a baby still. I mean, I've been around Second Life for a long time, so I know like everything to do with it, like inventory management and how people are and how superficial some people are and some
Yeah.
guys are like, oh, I'm only here for sex and they don't even take care of their avatar looks and stuff. And it's like mostly women who play this game because you can like it's Barbie, dress up house.
Yeah, we talked about that before on previous shows. It's for you women. It's a wonderful playland. I mean, it's like playing adult Barbie, like you're saying. I mean, it's and all us men are just your personal kins, brought to life basically.
Yeah,
So you're 26. You've been in Second Life for how long?
like over 10 years, like probably like 2008. Like it's been like a long time. I don't really remember
Wow.
the year. Like it's been like years.
I've been in Second Life since 2008, and you are young. Damn.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, so tell the people what you have done mostly in Second Life that has got you to the point where you are now.
Just like learning, like and creating and like finding like places like to learn from. Like Builders Brewery is a great place to learn, and also the people you meet. Like sometimes you meet like really great people. Like when you first start out, and they tell you about things, and like also reading articles about things. Like I think it's New World, like New World News. Like he has a blog, like this guy, and he talks about the virtual world. And there's also like some other blogs, like oh god, what's it called? It's like like not reborn, like it's like this is reblog, like it's like this lady who talks about a lot of mesh stuff.
Uh huh.
And because like there used to be the mesh body addicts, but then that site like they don't update it anymore, and then that's why I learned about mesh. Like oh, buy the latest mesh body, so I start with Blazer. But because like everyone's like oh don't do Matria because everyone does Matria, but now I have a Matria body, but I'm in Koopa right now.
Right.
Because like I want to make because like applying for dev kits like it's very difficult. Like there's like some floating around on the internet, but like
What do you
it's just
use when
hard
you're
to
making
find.
your skins? What type of software do
Oh,
you use?
I use Photoshop and I use Maya sometimes. Like for the SL like model, like the SL 3D model. Like it's like doesn't stand up, but then also I go into the beta grid to like check the textures because it's free upload for
Mm-hmm.
textures. and stuff. So it's see the alignment if it's correctly aligned.
Right. Well, you sound
But
like
I
you know
also
what
make
you're doing.
houses too. Yeah.
So
I
you're
also make
you
houses too, but I'm not really good at making them because like the texture is like it's because like it's only 1024 the highest texture rating, and then you can
right.
only have 8 faces on a mesh and that type of thing. Like, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm very technical. I'm not really like the type of person to like. I'll talk about my second life. Oh, I have a family and this is going on, and I run a club. No,
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. But
yeah,
it's
okay,
clear. It's clearly you wanted to come on to the show. I'm just giving you an opportunity to talk about what you wanted to talk about. Basically.
okay. Like, what about creation? Like, I like creating things and stuff. And you
Right.
like create your little podcast show and your YouTube channel.
Right. Well, I've been doing all this for a lot of years, my dear. A lot of years. And I'm more technical on the radio side and production with audio. The
Yeah.
video is just
How did you get your show on is it iHeartRadio? Like how did you get it like on there, that platform?
well, first
Can
of all,
anyone sign up or
anybody who has a well, if they accept you, you have to apply for it. It's like
oh,
how can I put this? If you're creating a podcast, your podcast host will basically put it out to iHeartRadio, and some other places, and it's also based on what kind of content you're producing as well. Now, iHeartRadio is kind of well, they just now basically started bringing in podcasts within the past couple of years. But yeah, are you are you thinking about getting into podcasting, or is that what you're looking to do?
not really. Like I'm not really great at podcasting. Like when I was younger, I wanted to do like a YouTube channel with my friend and have like a commentary channel, like playing video games and like talking over them. But then now I'm more reclusive and I keep to myself, so it's like harder for me like to like speak to people,
Right.
like
Well,
in like
you seem like you're doing
talk
all
like
right now.
yeah I guess, but like keep up like a good conversation because I'm like oh no what do I say? I'm so awkward.
I want to send an invite to somebody else as well. See if they want to come down. The more the merrier is what
Yeah,
I say, you
more
know.
people the better.
Okay, so you're wanting to get into podcasting, it sounds like, on top of you creating skins and tutorial
Yeah, and
videos.
running a YouTube too, like that too, and also I'm going to school like for entrepreneurship, so I'm busy too. My schedule is busy, but I always find time to just do your homework first, and then you have time to play Second Life.
Yeah, you gotta do your homework first. That's for sure. Did you get good grades in school?
Not in high school, but like in university, I got better grades because like, it was more specialized what I took.
Right.
Right now, like we're just working on the business plans, and I just finished it up, and I just handed it in like a couple hours ago, and it's due tomorrow. So
Well,
I think I'm fine.
alrighty there. Hey, welcome. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
I see she's got a
Uh,
dot. Hey, how you
hold
doing?
on. Hey, what's going on?
Good to see you again, my dear.
Yeah, well, you can see me 24/7 on my YouTube channel, Reality of a Virtual World.
Oh, I watch
Yeah.
you on YouTube too. You wear
Yeah,
the guy you G head.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, and I was complaining in one of my videos and you had commented. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
nice to
did.
meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you too. Finally.
Small world. What can I say? Small world.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I've been watching the stream and a couple of minutes ago you were talking about the texture upload limit. They did change it. You could upload 2048 now.
Oh,
Cool.
cool.
Yeah, because you said the limit was 1024. It used to be, but I think about a couple of years ago they upped it to 2048.
Okay, but then the texture resolution, like everything, like if you put like 1024s or like higher resolution textures on everything, like everything's gonna be laggy because it's SL.
Wow.
As
Like
long as it's a PNG. I
that's a
mean,
PNG for sure.
yeah, I mean it depends. It's like if you put like a 1024 on a like a small prim face or whatever, then yeah, it's going to make it laggy. But if you put it on the appropriate space, like 1024 is like perfect for like a terrain texture, then yeah, it'll work. You know, and with lag, that's oh my goodness, there's like a lot of things that contribute to lag, and man, so I've been in
It's
Second
usually
Life.
avatars. Like the more avatars there are, like it gets laggier on the sim.
Yeah, because it's the scripts. If you have too many
Yeah,
scripted objects together, then yeah, that causes
the legacy
lag.
body is so scripted is very heavily scripted.
I heard that, and I'm staying away from that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't wear it. Like I have a copy because I bought like on like Black Friday last year,
Uh-huh.
but like I never use it.
Yeah. How much was it?
It was like 40% off, so it was like I don't know, like maybe 2,000 something or maybe 3,000 something lindens. Like it's 40% off, so it was like 5,000 lindens minus 40%, and that's how much it was.
Yeah, that's a good deal. I mean,
Yeah.
anything that's 40 or 50% off, that's a great deal. Yeah, but Beliza, she had a 50% off on her.
And there's still have 50% off. Like I just bought like a copy for my friend, like on like a mesh body, because he like had the old legacy body, like old TMP body, and like he used the free legacy body. I'm like,
Oh,
update, you
wow.
can't find clothes. But what about you, Jack? What body you wear?
Oh, I don't even know the name of it off the top of my head.
I'll tell you. I'll inspect
I,
your
I
body.
I don't even worry about shit like that, quite honestly.
He wears the signature Gianni body.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he upgraded with clothes, but then they're kind of phasing out like the Gianni body. Like I have my alt character where I'm gonna build houses on,
Of
but
course
like
they are. Of course they
they're
are.
phasing me out.
Why?
Like it's
Because
terrible.
Jack
Like
got it.
why not? They're just making like legacy and Jake and the new male Cooper body called like Keel Flex or something like that. Like I forget what it's called.
Oh, I hadn't heard of that one.
It's new. It's like
That's
made
all
from
kind of Greek to me when y'all talking about skins and shit. I don't even look about that, worry about stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, it's quite a competitive market.
It is, but
Yeah,
there's so
so I'm
much learning
saying.
curve into like when you're making a mesh body. Like know how to make alpha cuts. I have no idea how to do that in rigging, and then you gotta rig multiple feet on it and hands and stuff, and then make sure it
Right.
matches the SLUV and all that.
Yeah, I just make I just terraform and build structures and make pretty unique alien things.
Yeah, I
Oh,
saw it
yeah.
on your marketplace.
Yeah,
Well,
I just do my Cygoth stuff.
you know what?
Uh,
I'm going to TP
what?
somebody else over here real quick. Hello,
Oh,
Lark. Wow, we're getting a little quite busy on this thing today.
can I sit on this table?
Oh, yeah, well, you can sit on chairs or the
That's right.
table.
I am noobing. Look at me, boy. I've got my noob sit going on.
Yeah, I know.
That's fine.
Damn. Well, don't get all quiet on me now, girls.
So, uh, Alma, or do you
Alma,
want it, Alma?
not
Elma.
my yeah Alma.
Elma.
Oh,
Oh, Elma.
so Alma, what do you think about the or do you live in the U.S.?
No, I'm in Canada.
Oh,
Can you
well,
talk
Oh,
about the war? Like, it's very terrible what's going on. Like right now with Putin and Ukraine, because it's always been like my dad's watching it on the news all the time,
yeah,
and
it's
like some
it's
people like
kind
in
of a
the SL
stressful thing.
forum who are like having trouble and stuff. And there's also shops in SL like Genus. Like she's in Moscow, and like they froze like the banks like for U.S. purchases and stuff. But I don't know if they're gonna be able to get their money out of Second Life.
Oh wow.
Wow. No, that
Yeah,
host.
that's something you don't hear on the news.
Of course
No.
not. That's mainstream media. You know, mainstream
Yeah.
media ain't gonna cover anything like that. Let's not even get started on political talk.
Well, I the reason why I asked was I was going to say, what's your opinion on the U.S. residents getting taxed on
Oh
the
God,
sales
here we
tax?
Oh,
go.
yeah. I think people outside of the U.S. already pay taxes, like what Naria said, like you, because when I bought like Linden's, I already paid taxes on top of it. I think.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I know. I mean, in the UK they pay VAT and it's like 20%, you know. But
Right?
I, I just don't like things that makes me have to readjust my life.
Yeah, especially like the land barons. What you said about like if they're flipping properties and they have a small margin, it's gonna be a
Hmm.
lot harder to like make money off of Second Life because it's like
Yep.
Well, it's like
very
this.
difficult.
Their fees are going to go up. So, like for instance, I'm renting from somebody got a small little place right here. You know, my land's going to go up too to help offset their expenses as well. It's going to make everything go up over time.
Hmm. It'll. I mean, it's still. Yeah. I can't even find anything positive to say to that. Yeah.
there, honestly, there's not. What's going
Well,
to?
Someone likes it. It's like theft.
I wouldn't
what?
call it theft.
Like, oh, like, because it's like taxes, like they go like to I mean, like pay for things like the city and like street cleanings and road building and stuff. But then in Canada, like we pay a lot of taxes, and the middle class is like getting shrinking and stuff. But then let's not get political.
Mm.
Yeah, no shit. No, this is not a political show. This is Jack's World and it's anything but political.
I
Okay,
thought you
now,
were inviting somebody else.
well, I sent out the TP when they decided to come or not. That's up to them.
Mm.
Now, anyway, since we got you two lovely ladies down here, what are your thoughts on dating in a virtual world?
But really,
Oh, she's done a series on dating
Yeah, I know
already.
she has.
So I'm kind
man.
of open to it, but then most guys here are like not looking for like a relationship. Like they're looking for like, can I bunk my pixels with you and log off, and then just only talk to you
Yeah.
if I want to like jerk off. That seems like what they do.
At
Yeah,
times, yeah.
that happens, and it's like, man, this is not Adult Friend Finder 2.0. It's not Tinder. And
Exactly,
but
exactly.
uh, yeah. I mean, but I will say that it is refreshing to hear another female say that. I mean, it's sad.
That's the reason why I brought the whole subject up.
It's ridiculous. Like when you go to like a RP sim, and then you find a guy and he's like, "Oh, hi, Avatar." I'm like, "What?" Or you go to
Uh,
like to Frank's or dance club, and then you get hit on by some random dude, and he's like, and you talk about like he invites you to his house, and then you like look at his pictures and like, "Oh, you're into that," and then
Oh,
you're
excuse
like,
me.
and then he's like, and you tell you like, oh, I think women deserve rights and stuff, and not be like bondage and stuff. And he's like, get out of my house. I'm like, yeah, it happened like years ago.
Dear
Like,
Lord.
yeah, it's a weird guy. He had a nice suit on, like looking
Wow.
like and stuff, like a nice looking avatar. But then he was like a jerk.
yeah, you know, I, just because somebody looks good doesn't mean they are good.
Exactly.
It's, you know, um, well, yeah. So, I I just find it incredibly difficult for me personally to be social. Like you go to different Sims and, try to like meet people and talk to them. And
Okay, hold on one
I just
second
find
here.
that
Hold
difficult.
on one. Let me say something in defending all men out there. Okay,
Uh oh.
okay. We're not all pigs, but you gotta think of it and look at it like this. All right. Say a nice guy's in there walking up to you. They're trying to break the ice. They're gonna be a little flirty. Doesn't mean that they're trying to sit there and bang you. You know, I've said this before. The good ones are not gonna be looking for sex until about the third date, if you have that many dates.
Oh.
But it's the virtual world. They're always like, "Oh, well, why don't you just do it? It's easier. Like it's just
Those are
you
not
are."
men. Those are boys.
Yeah, but they're a lot older than me. So what are they like? Still boys? Like when they're 40s?
Okay, I'm gonna have to say this. This is gonna make. Okay, I'm quite a bit older than you, but for speaking for my generation, there are a lot of idiots in here. All right, Second Life tends to draw the idiots out of the damn woodworks because they got nowhere else to venture out into. There, I
I
said it. I'm on record as saying this shit. Second Life draws
I
out the idiots.
in Alma, is that did I say it right? Alma?
Alma.
Alma.
Almost.
Okay. In Alma's defense, I will and can attest to there are, some more mature men that tend to want to hook up with younger females because they are trying to,
Easier to
um,
control.
yeah, that and, the whole midlife crisis thing.
Yeah, make us
Yeah.
feel young
So,
again.
yeah, I get what she's saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so do
And
I.
it's true, you know.
But we're not all
It's
pigs. That's all I'm saying is we're not all pigs.
Yeah, I know not all men are the same, but then most men, like even like in real life, like they just try to like get with you right away, like when you're online dating, like too. But that might
yeah.
just be my location because I live in like in the city, and everyone's kind of like shallow and stuff. But then eventually they get to know you, then then you friend zone them, and then they're like kind of pissed about that.
Right?
Mm. Yeah, I think I think the toughest part is actually getting to know someone. I mean, especially on the internet because you've got like different uh cultures and different ways of thinking and a whole, different
Right.
outlook on, personal society and stuff. And Second Life, it presents this, this variety of different environments to where it tantalizes your delights and your eyeballs and all of that. And I think it actually distracts from having a meaningful and engaging conversation
Yeah, it
without
can.
sex.
Okay. I once referred to Second Life as being, in some cases, interactive porn. I mean, honestly, that's what some people use it for. Interactive porn.
Yeah, but then there's a huge people. When people like use it like as a shopping game and make a livelihood off of here, like Blueberry
Right,
and like
right.
Luca and all the big names.
People,
Well,
people come in here for different reasons, all the way
yeah.
around. And your builders, your YouTubers, they try to stay away from the typical SL drama. But I'll go on record as saying this. Sometimes you can't really escape it. You tolerate it. Sometimes you gotta tolerate it to get where you want to be.
Do
Yeah.
you?
Well, sometimes you saw
Sometimes
like
you
a lot
do.
of drama in Second Life. Like one of my bloggers, like I don't want to say her name or whatever. Like she got in some drama like a couple of months ago about some stuff, and it seems like always happens. Like, or like, oh, you go to an escort club, and then they get pissed at you, and they say, oh, so and so said this about you, and you said this on mic, but then they never said that, or something like that happened to them.
Well,
Complicated.
I've said this before to somebody else. I mean, anybody who knows me knows my train of thought on all that. That's how can I put it? It's maybe tolerating was too much of a strong word, but you're going to run into a little bit of drama no matter what you do. And the more successful you become on your YouTube channel, your radio station, what have you, you're going to get this little drama whores coming at you because they get jealous. Because they're not doing what you're doing, or they're not having the success you're having, and they'll try to tear you down.
Yep, that's true. Just think back to the great skin scandals we've had over the years. There was Curio and
I heard
Hush.
about that one.
Hmm?
There was like one with Glamour Fair and someone else. Like I read it like years ago on on a on a blog. It happened
Yeah.
they copy botted them or and stuff, and then they showed the texture on the website. They
Right.
showed like her marking, her like copyrighted mark on it, and then they got like I don't know what happened. Like one of them like was in an event and they were there, and then they were like saying, "Oh, this person copied me actually."
Hmm.
Do they even
Yeah,
still
and
do they even still have copy bots out there? I'm sure
yeah,
I'm
they
not
do.
sure. Like
yeah. Well, the latest scandal. What was that? Last year it
it's
was.
Genus, the Genus one, like the one that got copy botted, like and then got sold like on like another mesh site, and they say like they like DMCA'd her.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody was blaming Katwa, or however you
Yeah, because
pronounce
like
it.
it's Kanawa, because Kanawa went after Akaruka for the
Hmm.
UV map and say like, I made this UV map, you can't copy it, even though it's the
Which,
SLUV map.
yes, exactly.
Oh
Exactly.
hell, really?
Yep. Because if I think Alma would know this, like with the SLUV map, isn't that like the base for all skins in
Yeah, it's
Second Life?
based for
Yeah,
most of the
it
skins
is.
except Luca Evolution X and the Fury new heads.
Right.
See? Yep. So yeah, it's kind of ridiculous to say you've copyrighted something when it's not even like actually yours.
Well, it's like when you talked about it on one of your videos before about people basically taking like article of clothing, putting them together with something else, and then putting it right back up for sale.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same
Well,
thing.
that yeah. Well, yeah. Well, it's full perm, so legally it's not. But like when you buy like full perm uh clutter, or like a vase or something, the intention is to incorporate that into your build, not
Right.
just you know resell it as it is with a flower or
Well,
something.
that's
I
not
mean,
what people do. But that's not what people do.
no, no, no. I mean, when it comes to clothes, yeah, that's a big templated market for clothes, man. I've seen the same dress, with the same templated dress at an event from two different sellers, but just had different textures on it.
Right. You're gonna
I'm
see that
like,
all over the place if you look hard enough.
I, oh yeah,
But
it's
you
just
see,
not gonna work.
here's the thing. A lot of people don't notice that because they're not really looking at it. I had noticed that as well too. Then when you point it out, that's when they start noticing it more and more. But they don't notice it until you point it out.
Yeah, us old people, we know.
Yeah.
And plus, you can like I think you right click inspect and then like click on the link part, you can see like who actually made the mesh.
Right.
Yep,
Just like link it like when you make stuff.
yep, you can. Uh, uh, I think we're lucky for being as old as we are in Second Life. I mean, can you imagine being a noob now?
Oh God,
Yeah,
they
it'd be so
actually
confusing.
nah, they would have it
It,
easier. They have it easier.
what?
They
No, putting
have.
mesh appliers, bomb, and like
Well, no,
omega,
no,
and
hold
like
on a
it's
minute.
confusing.
But you're also talking about a different generation here. The newbies are coming in here. They're 9 times out of 10, they're a lot more tech savvy than I ever was when I first came in.
Well, they might be, but they're not social savvy.
Oh, well, of course not, because they spend all their time on the computer. They don't know how to interact with a real person.
Okay, so this is a pet peeve. I don't mind helping people. I love, doing my tutorials and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But a pet peeve of mine is when you get a person new to SL, right? I'm talking like, maybe 2 months, and they buy like a whole sim, and then they can't even like,
I know
you
where you're
know,
going with that. Yeah.
res a box out of their inventory. And I mean, it, uh, learn the basics, man. Learn the basics if you're going to like, buy a whole sim. Learn how to change a texture face. Learn how to move something.
Well, I thought it was all gonna be easy. Then they go out and they prey on people like you, like yourself. Oh, come help me! I'm so helpless.
And then I help them, and then
Right?
they they
And then they
leave.
never log off. They never log into SL anymore. Like I have a
Yeah.
few friends like on my friends list. They never log in anymore. I help them like with an avatar, like get them the free legacy body, and then try to look for like the free mesh head, like when it was available from Laluca. And then they never log in anymore. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
It
Have y'all ever
it's
thought about this? That they've actually been in SL before and they're just creating an alt to see whether they can con people out of?
and they get one linden from me.
they get not a. I learned my lesson years ago on that. No. It's somebody wants some linden from me, and they're like, less than a year old. I'm like, nope, get a job, go become an escort, something. But nope, you ain't getting money from me. I'll pay you, but no, you won't. I'll never see you again.
Yeah. I know you don't get very many people doing that nowadays. At least they don't do that to me anymore, anyway.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of begging in groups as much as before. I think a lot of people's caught on to that.
Yeah. So, when I first started the stream, we were talking about your story in Second Life. So, ladies, what is your story in Second Life? And what do you want it to be?
Probably being an SL designer, like so-called designer, I guess.
Oh, sounds like
Like
you're
I'm
on your
still
way to
small.
doing that.
Yeah, I'm doing it, but then like I have to get into events to get my name out there because no one knows who I am unless you're on the marketplace and you see my freebie, my dollar bee, and you're like, oh, there's that person,
Well,
and you buy it off. You never buy anything else.
here's a little advice for you. Do what you just did with me. You ironed me out of the blue when I went live. Here you are. This is your opportunity to tell the world that tunes into chat's world over here about your YouTube channel and anything you do. Same way with you
Okay.
over here. Both of y'all. Have at it.
Okay, well, my YouTube channel is Alma Pendragon. I make YouTube about Second Life and a little bit about Minecraft when I was playing a little bit in Minecraft. But it's mostly Second Life content. I haven't uploaded for 2 months because I'm working on a Bloodlines video and it should be out soon if I find the time to finish it and into a vampire family or whatever to like film.
Okay. And
I just subbed to you, Alma.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Um, yeah, well, Uh, what was the question? Sorry.
Oh, excuse me. Anyway, this is your opportunity to tell people about your YouTube channel as well. And
Oh,
then,
well. Oh, I saw. Was there more?
no, go ahead.
Oh, okay. See, voice lag. It's a thing. Okay. So
As,
my in-world name is Asadora Summers, and my YouTube channel is Reality of a Virtual World,
ooh.
helping you build a better second life. You know, I started my channel about a little over 4 years ago. I like to do building tutorials, like to talk about mainland, like to explore different areas of mainland, do a bit of mainland driving. I'll sometimes go to events and critique things.
Oh, is that what you
I
call it?
Yeah, I call it critique. And I also have a dating series that I do where I critique and point out the bad and the good with regards to reading note cards from dating agencies. And
You do a great job at that, by the way.
well,
I'm very
Yeah, you do.
impressed.
You have like 8 parts out. No, I think 9 parts maybe.
yeah, it's nine. Yeah, yeah. Um, but I really have to be careful, with the whole like privacy aspect of it. I don't want to shame people, but man, if their note card is crazy and it could like put somebody in danger, it's like, watch out, y'all. This is a red flag.
Do these actually dating agencies and SL actually work? Like, because I'm interested in looking for like an SL like family or a partner or whatever, like to spend time with me and perhaps like talk about stuff and like make inspire me to make more stuff.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, that's something that, I've always thought about, but when it comes to SL family, woo, there's some drama there and it could be painful. But uh you've got the dating agencies and a lot of them they have like different categories, like what you're looking for, like just seeking friends or more than friends. Then you have like these adoption agencies, which they
Yeah.
do the families, like a, a mother looking for a kid or a father looking for I don't know, a son and stuff. Then you have
They-
the furry family type. So they're out there, but like you also have the types of clan families, like with the HUD games like Bloodlines and Progeny or whatever. Um, but like an actual agency to where, hey, I'd like to be in a family community. There are actual Sims, role play Sims for that. Um,
I would suggest you be careful if you're going to do something like that, though, because there are a lot of perverts out there that are praying and they're looking for. Sometimes they're looking for littles. And I'm
Yeah,
yeah.
trying.
that's weird.
I'm trying to
And
be
that goes against
PG
terms of
about it,
service, I
quite
think.
honestly.
What was that, Alma?
And it goes against terms of service, like
Yeah.
the age play stuff.
That's
Right.
right. And you
But
have to
still,
watch out for those incest Sims.
Oh my god, what?
yeah,
Incest
yeah.
Sims.
Ew.
Ugh.
You know,
Ugh.
where your daughter's actually your mother or your girlfriend or some shit like that. Yeah, it's all over
Wow.
us. Oh man.
Uh, I you know I I think it's sad that when you have uh like a want, like, oh, want to be part of a family or like a community. and you have like the sincerest, desire to be like included and, to find inspiration in the people that you're around. And you get these idiot twatters that take advantage of that.
Yeah, they do. I did a video about community building before. It's very hard to break into a community because everybody's got their own little cliques, and then it's also hard to try to build a community because you fall into the same little traps of people getting into their own little cliques, nobody wanting to really reach out to anybody else, etc., etc. I see that way. Now, you and I were talking the other day, or earlier today, about how groups don't really talk all that much. I want to point out that, that's not only just Discord groups. You got those on SL groups as well. It's like if you don't really know somebody, they're afraid to say something to you in a lot of cases. And that's just me being
Yeah,
polite.
well, that's true. And it also depends on what groups. Like, I'm in the Builders Brewery group, and I love that group. I mean, it's like the people are friendly in there, and it's like, hey, I got a question. What is it? And you say, I can't do this, or how do you do that? And they help you.
Well,
It's
that's great.
great. Yeah. And I will say that mm, I've been in like some groups, and I'll have, and I would have people IM me from that group. Oh, I see that we're in the same group. And then we started talking that way. So that's positive, I guess.
Okay, since you brought up that little story, I'll tell you, I got one for you. I was a member of this one group, and I just barely joined the group. And this person was talking in group how they were having problems sleeping, and they keep trying to go to sleep but keep waking up every few minutes, and yada 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 yada. So, I am them, said hello, introduced myself, so forth and so on. And I mentioned I couldn't help but notice you were having a hard time sleeping what you were talking about in the group. One day later, they're talking about me, I am that person in the fucking group. Luckily, they didn't mention my name, but then they were sitting there asking if they should ban me without knowing the name.
Wow, that's so mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah. Now, okay. So, all right. I will admit that, okay, so I founded the Linden Road Community Group. It's a mainland related group. And so in the past, I don't do this as much anymore because, I've got my YouTube channel now. But like when something happens, like, like, like a whole, WTF moment, like did that just happen? What? And,
Yeah.
and you can't keep it to yourself. I would jump in my Linden Road Community Group, and be like, oh my goodness, this just happened. Oh my goodness, what do I do? And, some people would be like, oh, as a, and ignore me. And some people will be like, that's so funny, you know. Uh,
Right.
and then somebody told me, you have to be careful because, maybe that person's in, I wouldn't give the name or anything, but they would say,
Right.
maybe the person's in the group. And I'm like, oh, oops. So,
Well, see,
yeah, I get that.
like I said, at least they were showed enough class to not bring my name into it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
that's positive. Yeah. I think that, I think one has to be careful with how they express their interactions with others when they're being public, you know,
Well,
because
a lot of
you can
people,
get
say,
in
a lot of
trouble.
people in these groups, they'll say shit just to get a reaction,
Oh yeah, absolutely,
and when they don't get
absolutely.
don't get the reaction that they want, that's when the drama starts.
Yep. And then they could be recorded it.
Yeah, you never know when you're being recorded. Quite honestly.
And uh, But so if you are recorded without consent and you see yourself on YouTube, you can get that uh,
Removed.
video taken down. Yeah. So at least that's something, but still, the person should know better.
Well, it's called integrity. Not a lot
Or
of
even
people have it.
when I see the trolling videos on YouTube, like they always re-upload them, and then like they just like interact like what Jack said like before, like if you're someone's getting harassed, like don't like feed it in, like
Don't feed the
don't feed
trolls, yeah.
them, don't feed them, don't
Yep.
interact, just teleport away and leave your house or just whatever.
Oh, I wouldn't leave my house. I would just eject their asses if they were on my property. But,
Yeah.
that's something completely different.
Yeah, don't feed the trolls, man.
Exactly.
Yep.
Well, I'm very flattered to actually be talking to somebody that actually watches the shows that I produce. That's a warm feeling here.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to digging into Alma's YouTube later.
I don't have
Most
much content
definitely.
on it so far, but like I'm gonna make more videos. I do have like a video about the Second Life iceberg, but it's like not very greatly edited because I use Windows Movie Maker and now I'm using a shortcut like editor video editor now.
Mhm.
Cause like cause I record my audio first like in After like not After Effects but Audacity, and then I put the video together that way. But then like it's like not synced properly for one of the videos.
See, you do more than I do. I think that's already great. I don't do none of
I
that.
keep telling you it's kind of based on the software you use. It's easy to edit. You just gotta be
I
willing to do it. I keep
when
telling
I
you that.
when I started out my channel, my whole thing was raw, organic, and live. I did a whole bunch of live streams, and boy, it was raw, you know. But
Uh huh.
now I'm slowly getting into, like just doing more videos and doing a little bit of editing. But I still want to keep my organicness, because the whole real thing. Like, look, I don't know what I'm doing half the time, but I'm
Hey,
here to show you I do know.
in my opinion, it's all about having fun.
Yeah,
You got to be able to
yeah,
laugh at yourself. Now I've been
that's
doing
true.
this. I've been doing this for a lot of years on the radio side, longer on the radio side than the YouTube side. But yeah, I've been developing content like this for a lot of years, mostly for real life situations. When I came into Second Life, I started developing more and more and trying to develop a brand here. Well, my content's not for everybody. Now, both of y'all have said now why I asked why my channel is so small. Well, to be honest with you, it's because of the content that I create. Not everybody likes it, and I'm okay with that. I mean, Second Life content is such a small niche anyway that if you don't want to go the route of shopping videos and all that, you're not going to get a lot of views. But like I said, I'm alright with that. And
That's what's important, as long as you're
right?
all right with it, because then you don't feel obligated to the masses to produce content that you may not be enjoying doing.
Exactly.
Making weekly content about the shopping events or like weekend sales, and then you get burnt out about it. I
Now
mean,
I'm going.
I don't know about Naria, like if she's burnt out about that content because she's been doing it for like a long time.
Oh, she loves it. I don't know her personally, but you can tell by watching her videos she loves it.
Yeah, I think with every creator in YouTube or in Second Life, a creators in general, they will eventually want to branch out and do something different,
Hmm.
for their own uh, uh, level of,
Identity.
exploring different, yeah, identity and creativity. Everybody gets burned out. Um, I think it's just better for a creator to branch out in their own respect rather than branch out for the sole purpose of pleasing the demanding
Oh,
people.
I don't do that. Okay, this might sound kind of rude, but I'm going to say it. Jack's World here is for Jack. Anybody who wants to be a part of Jack's World, you're more than welcome to. And as I get to know you, I'll bring you around even more. But if you don't like it, I ain't worried about it. The door can hit you on the butt on the way out. That's the way I approach things in Jack's World. And that rubs a lot of people the wrong way because I don't kiss ass to be liked.
Well, you shouldn't. They don't pay for your internet.
Exactly.
Alma, how do you feel about that? I mean, and your creativity. Do you do it for you or?
I do it for myself, but also I look at the sales, like what makeup's gonna sell more. Like usually it's the Luca Evolution X, but I make it for like everyone like right now. But I used to make it for like every head almost. Like I made it for like LAQ, Akaruka, and all that stuff. But then I just made it down to like smaller, like the big three, like Leluca, Genus, and Cadwa. So I make it for like I guess I make it for myself, but like if I want to wear it, like I make it. Just like what the lady said, like in the Life 2.0 documentary, like I forget her name, like she's still in World. Azrae Falcone.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like if I want to live in it, I make it. If I want to wear it, I make it. Like that type of stuff.
You know, when the
yeah.
sales tax can really kick in, when it starts taxing everybody that buys stuff, when that starts happening, you'll start seeing people creating their own stuff for their own houses. And you'll get back to working in just prims. And not all everything will be mesh anymore. Because not everybody's going to be able to work in mesh.
Well, I don't do mesh, because but I don't think. Um, so with the sales tax, say you buy something off the marketplace, right? That won't. I believe that will not be sales taxed.
Know what you'll see, what I was trying to talk about earlier, is here's what you'll see. Because everybody else is getting taxed on you know, their their accounts and everything else. These creators are also landowners and stuff. They're going to raise all the prices up on all their products, and
Well,
they're already quite high.
yeah, yeah. They did that when the commission increase on the marketplace.
Now,
I I
my,
didn't know.
my point is this.
My price is the same way.
My
Like,
point is this. If you're getting taxed on everything, you know when you're a DJ at a club or a host at a club, you're relying on tips nowadays. Unlike back in my heyday, you could get paid a salary back in the old days. That's been gone long ago. Now, nobody's going to be tipping as much because they got too much shit to worry about covering their land fees. So therefore, there goes a source of income out the window. Now, when you take away that source of income, what are you going to have? People are going to have to build their own shit, create their own shit, and they're not
Which
all
is the
going
whole.
to be, which they're not all going to be able to do in mesh.
Yeah, yeah. That's a good point. That's a good point. Um, yeah. I will say though, in the DJ thing, you can still tip. You can still make good money DJing if you go to a club where everybody's drunk and they just throw around money and they won't remember the next day.
That's not going to happen after the sales tax kicks in, though. You're not going to have that environment anymore. I'm telling I'm telling you, people don't realize how much of a change it's going to affect Second Life overall. And it's not going to be a fast change. It's going to be a slow little drip until one day you're going to wake up and you see a big puddle of what used to be your money always laying around you.
Used to be your money. Well, I I mean, we're all old, and we're still here. I mean, we've seen a lot of things come and go. We've seen a lot of policy changes, and
Right.
We just continue to log in.
I do it because I
Uh,
have fun doing what I do. The moment that the moment I quit enjoying myself is the moment I walk out this door forever.
you know, it, it's well, I don't think SL is going to die anytime soon, but I will say that I do think that with uh the 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 US, tax introduction, I think that will um
It will
shove
change a
away
lot
a
of
lot of
things.
new
Yeah.
people, a lot of new, logins and stuff.
How many of you? Okay, you two. And for those of y'all that are watching live or out there somewhere, or even watching the rebroadcast later on, how many of y'all have really reached out there and saw all those little videos on YouTube about the why Second Life failed and all that heavy horse shit? Can you
Yeah, I've
really
seen
sit?
that video.
Can you really sit there and say that Second Life is a failure?
No, it makes a lot of money. Like, isn't it like 7 million a year or something like that, or
Something
maybe
like
even
that,
more?
yeah.
Like,
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Second Life is not a failure. Sanzar was a failure that we funded.
yeah, and still pay for,
Okay,
Yeah,
look.
kinda, in the fees.
Sandsar was originally created for the builders. It was supposed to be an area for Second Life builders to go. It's what they were really wanting. Now, whether it happened or not, I don't know. I
yeah.
logged
To
in.
to
I logged in there once, and it was so damn laggy. I logged out and never went back.
well, with Sanzar, it was supposed to be total VR. But the thing is, like, then the VR gear was too expensive for everyday users, so they still had a lot of desktop users. The same way with High Fidelity, because Philip Rosedale, he started High Fidelity, and I'm not a fangirl anymore of him, but that's another story. I mean, and Sansar, it was it was pointless. It was just pointless, and they were taking our money and funding Sanzar, and
Right.
then took our money and then also put it into High Fidelity, and then Philip Rosedale, he would come into High Fidelity quite a lot, you know, in his because he would do the VR, but there was still a lot of people that use desktops, and I was one of them. And he would make these presentations and these speeches, and at the time, uh, wow, their back end was just disarray, like the whole technical thing, and they were wanting to have a marketplace and all this stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
Philip, he was just wanting more people, and he was like, I want to get SL users into High Fidelity. And the people that were already in High Fidelity were also in Second Life, and they were like, uh he was wanting to find out what would make people leave SL and come to High Fidelity. And a lot of us had problems with that. It's like, wow. And at the time, he had left Linden Labs as CEO.
Right. He's
And
still
it's
gone.
just like, it, it, it felt like a slap in the face,
Did you see that
you
video where he
know?
came back into London City? I think it was.
Oh yeah, I've seen that video. He had a different avatar on because they couldn't find his original avatar for his account, like his Rosedale account.
Mm-hmm.
He's the only one who has that name.
Hmm. Yeah. They, yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I need to be careful.
now my takeaway from that whole London video was that he is trying to gear up to make Second Life more or VR compatible.
Well, there was when the Oculus first came out, uh, there was certain selections of there was these special sims that were made up for the VR headset from Oculus, and
Right.
Oculus had sponsored it. And so, yeah, SL already had VR, but it failed and it failed miserably. It didn't even last a year.
It must have been before my time where I didn't even really hear anything about that, quite honestly.
It was.
I came into Second Life in 2008, so
I think this might have been 2009. It was like when it was the first series of the Oculus headgear thing.
I didn't even hear about that.
I haven't heard about it, but I did see like a video of like them like with the trailer, like with the Oculus Rift, and like look at Second Life. We can do this in Second Life with
Yeah,
the
I've seen
Oculus
that. I've
Rift.
seen that trailer.
That's
Yeah.
the only thing I've seen.
Yeah, that yeah, it I mean, if it's from the same time, it didn't go over well. People were like, SL has a steep learning curve already, having to wear this and learn these different new commands is like too overwhelming. I just want to do it the old way.
Yeah, I know. You know,
It,
go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say that's the thing about Second Life is, you have these loyal, dedicated, you know, people that have invested a lot. They've invested money. They've invested emotions and feelings. They've invested, into relationships and learning and all of this stuff. And even though it's virtual, it still holds high sentiment and value. And people don't want to leave that. No matter how crappy the grid gets, people don't want to leave that because
Well,
it's what they know.
Yeah, their memories and their inventories. That's why I didn't want to go to Sandstar because they would have to start from the beginning again.
Yep, exactly. Inventories. You're spot on. That is a big, big deal. It really is. Yep.
well, you all.
There's,
Well, you women, you like to shop, so yeah, I'm assuming your inventory is just piled full of clothes.
well,
Unless you're a builder,
okay.
then I'm
Yeah.
sure it's more building stuff than anything else.
Well, yeah, that's true. But the whole having to start over, I mean, that sucks.
Oh yeah, it does. I'm pretty sure about that. I mean, when you make the change from systems to mesh, you gotta basically start all over again that way too. So yeah, I didn't like the
Also, when
fact
you
when
buy,
I
also
made
when
it.
you buy new mesh body, you have to start all over again.
Uh huh. It's like a repetitive cycle. It just keeps going on and on and on and on and on until you want to just grab a hold of somebody and slap them to the head and like enough already.
Well, that saying, uh, either the devil you do know or the devil you don't know. Yeah, I think for the most part, people in Second Life will stick with the devil they do know rather than the devil they
Yeah,
don't.
exactly. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Yeah. Um, yeah, so well this has been really great. Um,
Yeah, it is. I'm
yeah.
going to start wrapping things up here in a little bit. Might go until the top of the hour and then be even up for the live stream. For those of y'all that are tuned in now or tuned in down the road, if you like what you're hearing from Chat's World, hit that little thumbs up button from time to time. Subscribe if you haven't already, and tell all your friends about it as well. Ladies, go ahead and plug your YouTube channel one more time for the people out there, and then we'll start wrapping things up.
Alright, mine is Alma Pendragon on YouTube. Just search it in and you'll find it immediately.
Yeah, that's right, because that's what I did. And she came up top of the list and I'm like, subscribe. Um, I am Asadora Summers in World. My YouTube channel is called Reality of a Virtual World, and you are more than welcome to subscribe. And yeah, is that good enough?
And make sure you check these two ladies out. I mean, help the community grow in every way you can. Don't be shy out there, people. And like I've said in videos before, and I'll keep saying it, And I'll keep saying it, and I'll keep saying it until it finally sinks into some of your all's heads. Get out there, explore, and don't be so damn shy. We're not going to bite you hard. And who knows, you might like it.
I like to be bitten.
Oh, I'm sure you do. Oh, man. You know somebody's going to hear you say that, and they're going to wonder, well, what would you like to be bitten at?
Oh, I welcome that. I'm always up for a witty refrain. Oh yeah.
Alrighty now. Is there anything else y'all want to cover in the last 9 minutes or so?
Um, Alma.
Let me think. What's a good topic for Second Life? We talked about building. We talked about creating. We talked about the drama. We talked about the
It's all
dating.
dating, yeah. And the sales
Um,
tax. We did cover that too.
oh no, yeah, we talked about the sales tax. Yeah. We talked about a lot of things. We
Well, I
can
Oh,
hope
wrap.
y'all enjoyed yourselves.
yeah. I did.
It was fun.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
always
I,
fun.
I have an
Yes.
idea for a topic.
Okay. Fire on.
How to how to make a friend in Second Life.
Oh, God, really?
Uh,
Okay, here's how you make a friend. I've done a
No,
video on
add
that.
though. Don't
I've
just
done.
add people randomly.
yeah. I
Start a
hate that.
conversation. Start a conversation. Don't
But what
do it
if you're
all.
introverted?
Well, then you're kind of a little shy, then I guess, and uh, step out of your shell a little bit. Become bold. Become daring. Emote smacking somebody on the butt and saying, "Hey, how you doing?" I mean, something just to get a response. And yes, I know what I just said. Probably gonna have a lot of people rolling their eyes. Oh my God, he's starting to sound so stalkerish. But seriously, a lot of people that I know personally in here, they come up to me and they say, "Jack, I don't know what to do about this," or "Jack, how can I go about making new friends?" And I keep telling them the same damn thing. Get up off your platform or out of your sim. Go to a club. Go exploring. Hit up people you haven't talked to in forever. Hang around with them. And who knows, you might meet some mutual friends of theirs and become friends with them that way. You've got to put yourself out there. Plain simple. And when a guy flirts girls, doesn't necessarily mean he's wanting to bed you. He might be just trying to break the ice. That goes for everybody out there that's watching now and then later. We're not always thinking about sex. Although a lot of people think we are. A lot of people on the outside who have heard about Second Life, they honestly think that, hey, we're just a bunch of perverts in here. I have run into that in the real world so many times. They sit there and ask, I know that voice, where I know that voice from. And then I'll start talking even more and I'll give them some information on my radio station, YouTube and all. Oh, yeah, you're part of that pervert group, aren't you?
Uh, that's happened to me. Like, this was years ago, and I was living in England at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and I was in the computer room, and I was, on Second Life, and the my the ex ass hat, he had one of his mates come over, and his mates came in the computer room and was looking what I was doing. He said, "Is that game, Second Life, where people go to have sex?"
See, they get a bad reputation, you know.
Yeah, and I turned
It has a bad
around.
reputation.
Yeah, it does. And I turned around and I said, "Do you see any sex on my screen? Look, I'm building a tree."
Oh, man.
And and then I went into my whole spiel of Second Life is a virtual world, and there are many different things you can do, and da 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 da, and all this stuff.
Uh-huh.
And then he was like, "Oh, okay. I thought it was just for sex." And I'm like, "Go away."
Okay, now let's go ahead and clarify some things up here real quick. For people that might be new to my channel, might be new to your channel down the road or whatever, let's try to educate some people. Okay, yes, sex does happen in Second Life, but you got to think of it in terms of like this. Let's say you're in a relationship, you've been in a relationship for 5, 6 months, even years, down the road, and y'all are living together in a virtual world, sharing the same house. Of course, there's going to be sex. If you got that level of intimacy, well, that doesn't mean that everybody's in here looking for that.
That's true. Just remember that whenever there are humans, there's going to be sex.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if we get to Mars, there will be sex.
Or there will have to be sex when you get to Mars, because you're going to want to populate Mars. I mean, it's going to be practically mandatory when you get to Mars. They'll probably be sitting there picking you up by your DNA and shit, Well, this will be a good match with this one. Oh, the blonde hair with the blue eyes over here. Yeah, let's slap them together like that, Yeah.
Mandatory Mars sex.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, come on.
That's funny, but it's yeah, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Now I took a big chance on this live stream today by announcing when I went live, if you want to come on down and be part of the show, hit me up with an IM. That could have brought in a whole lot of trolls. You know that, right, ladies?
Yeah, it could have been, but
Yeah.
then the channel's small, so I doubt it.
Yeah, I know that too. That's the reason why I did it, because my channel is so small.
Hey, I mean, I've got 281 subscribers, and I've done lives and all this stuff, and it's like tumbleweeds.
Have you actually, invited people to come down though during the live stream?
Uh, well, no, I haven't done that. I
Well,
think, well, the majority of my subscribers are female,
there's
and
something wrong with that.
no, I think they might
Be
be
intimidated?
shy. No, just shy.
Oh, just shy.
Yeah.
Well, you two ladies are definitely not shy. I can give you that much right now.
Yeah.
We owe in Second Life terms. I mean, almost the baby over there
Yeah,
in physical world
I've
terms.
been
yeah.
around for a long time in the game, like my other account, but I used to have like a account with like the last name, but then I forgot the password and I get in, and they changed it like I heard there was a password leak like in 2006, and then
Yeah.
everyone had to change the password.
Oh, that was stressful. It was the
Yeah,
great password crash of 2006.
I heard about that.
Oh man, I that's when I was noobing, and when that happened, like what they made us reset all of our passwords, but we had to like call the support. And when I called, I was like, "Oh my goodness, I'm so nervous. Oh my goodness, this can't be happening. I love Second Life. I'll give you anything. I'll give you my
Oh
children.
my
I don't
God,
have any,
really?
but I'll give you anything. Just tell me what you need, and I'll give it to you. I need my password."
Oh
And
wow.
the Linda just laughed. That's such an
Oh wow. I wish I would have known you back then. Yeah, I could have told. I could have taught you a
okay.
thing or two.
Yeah.
Oh man, I had to say that. I had to put that out there just to see what kind of reaction I would get.
Well, yeah, you did.
Oh, you loved every minute of it too. Come on, smile. Come on. Smile.
I am. I'm putting on my lip balm. I'm smiling.
Ooh, exciting times. Listen to every little stroke.
Okay, I have capped my lip balm and I have put it away now. Do you ever do your like streams in a shirt?
Honey, you're lucky I'm wearing anything at all.
Good
No.
point. I, pixelated penises, they scare me. They really do.
Oh, especially like speaking of penises, like I think arrows, like they're gone right now because of the ladies having like RL issues or something, and
Hmm.
they're like
Right.
off the market, so like they're gone. Like on the forum, they were talking about like what happened to arrows because like I bought one for my alt and now he can't get redelivery of a new one if they ever come out with new versions. So
Oh wow.
if you have one, copy it in your inventory so you don't break it if you try editing it or whatever.
God,
Oh.
I haven't heard of arrows in forever. They
Well,
used
you
to
think
be
Everyone's
they'll
using
come?
it now.
they used to be real
What?
big. Go ahead.
People are using the P now, like the physics, D. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big seller right now.
I have not heard of that cough before. I don't know.
It's
Yeah,
fairly new. I think it's like
it's
2 years or 1 year old.
well, yeah, it's been around about a year, and I will never buy one because that's becoming just a tad bit too realistic. When you're walking, you can sit there and make it turn into like helicopter motions and sways when you walk and shit.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Can you put a bow tie on it?
I'm sure
If you're
somebody's
big for
probably
it, I
tried.
guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no, no, no. I'll stick with my emotes. Thank you very much. I don't need to look at the like the I don't know. They're scary.
Okay, so make a mental note here. You don't like the shirt, Jake shirtless. All right, I'll remember that.
No, I'm just look. I don't I don't leave my land that much, and I don't. I mean, and when I do, I don't go to places where there's like shirtless male avatars. I I'm
Oh
I get
god.
shy around naked body parts.
Oh, now come on. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, now I never picked that about you.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I'm quite desensitized now. Like it's like I'm a doctor. I look at something, I'm like, okay, that's just that. Okay, whatever. It's like I'm performing surgery. I don't get nervous or scared.
Oh my.
That's great. All these stuff to it now.
Yeah,
That's funny.
that's quite funny. Oh wow.
Well, I mean, considering that you work with skins, I mean,
Yeah, I have to look at movies all the time.
yeah. I I mean, I'm used to looking at my own naked pixels, but like others, it's just I'm like, oh, put something on. That's inappropriate.
Wow, you really think it's inappropriate now, huh?
Oh, I'm not. No, I'm not directing that at you. I'm just saying in general.
Hmm.
It's your world, Jack.
Exactly. It says it right there on the wall over there. Jack's world.
That's right.
Jacksonville trademark.
I mean, I won't ever be coming up in here with no shirt.
Well, clothing is optional around here unless we're doing live feeds. You know. Just saying.
Gotta be careful. YouTube don't like the nakedness.
Yeah, I know. And neither does Twitch.
Yeah, you can't even
Can't even
Uh,
stream it on Second Life on Twitch because it's a banned game because boobies and dick.
yep, that's right. Yep.
Wow, okay then. Such language for a live stream.
They are they are terms of anatomy, so they are legit.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, somebody that knows nothing about Second Life who might watch a video like this and hear the terminology. Oh, they're talking about porn again.
Well, aren't you just going to edit it out anyway?
I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm just...
Oh, well, uh, oh,
Well, you have good content right now. Like, we're talking about a lot of things.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely.
yeah, we're all being real. We're not like, you know, putting on an appearance.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no scripts here, no reading of scripts.
No,
I don't believe in that
and,
shit.
and no, and no, not wearing makeup apologies or whatever. Oh man, the YouTube, I swear,
Did
so
you leave home
much.
without your lipstick today?
I mean, it's just some types of videos can be so trivial,
Oh, I
and yet
know it.
the person makes such a big deal out of it, and that's entertaining. But when a person, is honest and truthful and is sharing something really personal in a video, then people hate it.
I know.
Yeah. And it's just like,
Haters are going to hate and you just got to let it roll off your back.
yeah, I know, but it's just, because some people are so extrovert or so introverted that, but yet they want to like, express themselves that they use YouTube, because they have, there's a platform for it, and then they stop doing it because people are assholes. I don't know. Anyway.
Well, in my honest opinion, the people who give up on their dreams, whether it be something in Second Life or a product or something you're trying to develop on your YouTube channel or just your YouTube channel in general, the ones that give up, and I'll say this about podcasting as well, the ones that give up are the ones that actually, they're afraid. They're afraid of failure, but they're also afraid of success.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Now, I'll use my own channel as an example. Last I checked, 25 subscribers. I've been at 27 twice. Now, I've lost subscribers along the way because they didn't like the content or I said something that's kind of rubbed them the wrong way. That's not my problem, people. I will rub you the wrong way eventually because I know myself. I'm not going to deny it. But if you actually take the time to digest the content I produce, you will actually walk away with something with it of value and being entertained along the way.
Yep, that's true. That's true. Uh,
Alrighty, now my little deviant ones, we're going to bring this live stream to an end. Ladies, go ahead and one last time push whatever it is you want to push, and we'll call it a night.
I have a marketplace too called Moonshell, and I sell makeup and skins and stuff like that. And oh yeah, nails too. And oh, a friend request. Oh, okay, thank you.
you're welcome.
Likewise. Send me an IM with all your information, both of y'all, and I'll put it in the descriptions later on.
Alma, do you do Maitreya nails? And
Yeah, I make them for all bodies almost. Like also reborn too.
yeah, I don't do. Oh, okay. I'll take a look at your. You have it in World Store, don't you?
Not anymore because rent's expensive and stuff, and I don't log in enough to like learn how to use Casper Vent and stuff because I'm trying to get my redeliveries working and stuff. The
Mm, Mm.
Casper, and it's just a lot of learning. I have to make a video on it eventually, because I've seen some
Yeah.
videos like on the vendor booths, but
Hmm.
not for like a really good comprehensive video for Casper event. Like they Casper has a YouTube channel, but like one that tells you like how to do like everything like step by step by step. Like on the process. Also, like I gotta make group gifts too, like and how learn how like make a group like into your group. So it's like you have to join the group to accept the thingy and they can send things like that way. Like there's a lot of things I gotta learn. Like I used
Yeah.
to have an world shop, but then I got sick in the hospital, and then it was like gone the next few months. Like I paid
Oh.
up for like 2 months, and then I was like in the hospital for a while. But
Wow.
that's kind of really
Oh, hope
personal.
everything's all right.
Yeah, everything's
Yeah.
all right now. It was a long time ago.
Oh,
Like
good.
not that long ago, but it was like when the mesh days still, so it's kind of new.
Well, I I don't use Casper. I use LWO. No, LOW, and it's like all my in-world vendors. I mean, I got the whole setup for like a Linden, and it's great. It does redelivery and all this stuff, and it's very simple to set up.
Wow.
All
Er,
right, but I paid for the fat pack for Casper, so I'll probably just use Casper and show people how to use it in the back end too, because you can also track like your purchases, like and also there shows a pie graph of like who's buying what and how much of it's getting sold and what's your most popular seller, and it's really good.
Oh,
Yeah, it's really handy.
Nice.
oh yeah. If you're gonna do a video on that, that'd be great because I'd be interested in watching that.
Yeah, I gotta get it set up and get enough sales from it, and it shows up.
Yeah. Well. Hmm.
It sounds like you're just now getting on your business really started.
Yeah, well, I just like just leave it in the marketplace and wait for sales that way, and have other shops running. But then I don't like to link my other shops because like I don't think the content's good enough yet. Like, it's like I don't want like I just want this avatar like to have one shop only, and because like when you make multiple shops, it's better to have a different avatars for it.
That's
Hmm.
cool.
I never
Alrighty, my
thought of it
lord.
that way.
Alrighty, my little deviant ones. I'm going to bring this live stream to an end. And don't forget, for those of y'all that might be tuned in later on down the road or tuned in right now, if you like what you're hearing from Jets World, hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. Dive deeper into Jets World by going to jetvaxton.com to listen to archived radio shows. And don't forget to check out the podcast as well. I will catch you all a little bit later on the grid. And y'all be safe. Oh, yeah.
Did you want the avocado table I was talking about before? Like
Yeah,
the one six?
yeah, 1 second, dear, 1 second.
Oh, okay.
There we go.